Alright guys, welcome to my review of 65, otherwise known as 65 million years ago. So I just got out of the theater and I was reading and watching some reviews online. A lot of people did not like this movie. I guess I missed the boat on that one because I absolutely loved it. I thought this was a fantastic film. I enjoyed this movie from literally the beginning to the end. There's gonna be some spoilers toward the end of this. I'll give you guys a warning first because there are some really cool things that this movie does, and I think it does well. So, spaceship crash lands on a planet, and you guys already know due to the trailers that it is Earth, prehistoric Earth with dinosaurs. Adam Driver and a little girl are the sole survivors. Basically, this is a crossover between like a Last of Us style relationship that they're going for between the Adam Driver and the little girl, and After Earth. I know After Earth isn't a good movie, but it was a cool premise, just executed very poorly. What does this film do right? I think a little of everything. The setup is really neat. I didn't think they were going to be going the route that they went to, and who Adam Driver is and where he comes from. I think that's a pretty interesting idea. And when they finally crash land on the planet, there's just an immediate sense of danger and dread that continues throughout the movie. A sense of hopelessness, and the director does a very good job at holding back right away. You have a sense of danger that is in the vicinity of that crash landing, but he doesn't really pull the trigger on it. He wants you to build that suspense because this is a straight up survival horror movie with a bit of adventure to it. The two characters, the lead characters, the little girl and guy, she doesn't speak any English, and it works pretty well. They work well together. I think they have a nice little bond, nice little relationship, and it's nothing to fully write home about, but it's good. It's good. I like the characters. I wanted to see them succeed in their journey. The dinosaurs and the world itself, I thought the world is a pretty interesting world, pretty vast, a lot of cinematic, scenic shots and whatnot. The dinosaurs looked all great in my opinion. I thought the CGI and special effects, I think maybe there was some practical effects at one point, but they looked all really good. There was maybe one instance in which I noticed that it was CGI, that it was really not the best CGI. But for the predominantly throughout the movie, the dinosaurs worked, and they were scary. They were scary like they haven't been in a while, like compared to the Jurassic Park movies. The director definitely knew how to build suspense and horror when he wanted to, and I was into it. I wanted to see them succeed. The technologies that he was using to fight off these dinosaurs and to beat them, basically, I really liked. I enjoyed exploring his world through his technologies and through prehistoric Earth as well. And the film felt longer than what it was. I thought coming out of the movie that it was a 2-hour movie. I realized it was only an hour and a half, and that's not a bad thing. I felt like a long adventure movie, and I feel there was maybe one time in which I felt like, wow, it's a lot of walking, but that feeling was fleeting, as there was always something going on. Especially when you get into that final act, it's just one thing after another. The tension is escalating all the time. The stakes are always rising. There's always some new stakes going on, and there's a situation that is hinted at early in the film, and I thought of it. I'm like, I wonder if that's going to happen. That would be really cool. I'll talk about that in the spoilers, which when that occurred, when that was finally revealed, and I'm like, that's awesome. So I was stoked. I really liked this movie. I mean, this weekend we got Scream and 65. We got, I think, the two best films of the year so far. Not saying too much because this year has had a lot of not that great movies, so you didn't need a lot to beat that. So I think these two movies are the two best films of the year. I'm going to have to give this film a rating before I get right into the spoilers. This film gets a B+. I really enjoyed this film. It's a solid B+, and yeah, there's not much I would fully change about it. I liked it from beginning to end. Even the end credits was fun. So I'm going to get into the spoilers right now. So Adam Driver's character is from a far distant planet that is similar to Earth, I guess, and he is taking people on a colonizing mission, and he ends up crash landing on Earth. So that was kind of neat. That was a cool little setup. Right from the start, it took about 20 or so minutes before the title sequence 65 even began. And that entire scene, that entire 20 minutes was just building and building. And we got right into the action almost right away. And I dug it. I dug it. It was awesome. The one thing I really want to talk about is what really solidified this movie for me. I believe it's the little girl, she looked up into the sky and she saw a burning bright light. And I thought to myself immediately, is that the meteor or asteroid that crash lands on Earth, destroying all the dinosaurs? And later on through the movie, you keep getting hints of it, and it is. They crash land on Earth about 3 or so days before the extinction of the dinosaurs. That's just awesome. That's just awesome. And then by the end of the film, they're trying to escape that entire final fight, boss fight, whatever. That entire final fight against T-Rexes and whatever dinosaur that was at the very end, I thought was very well done. I thought there was a lot of good tension, a lot of good emotional moments, and some pretty good dinosaur gore, especially at the end. You get the dinosaur over top this geyser, this water geyser. It shoots up and burns the chest of the dinosaur in the face. You can see its burnt, bloody flesh peeling off, as well as having a massive, I guess, claw stuck in its eye after it was stabbed. It was just a very cool ending. And then they escape Earth before the asteroid hits. The asteroid hits, and literally it's just this massive explosion, and they make it to safety. Now, I said the end credits was pretty cool. Basically, you get a shot of Earth, and you see it transition through time on how it heals itself throughout time, and it goes from the extinction of the dinosaurs to the Ice Age to new fields and whatnot, grasslands, and then to cities. So it's just a cool little transition through time to where we are today. I've really enjoyed this movie. I recommend you guys go see it. I don't think it's going to make a lot of money, not a lot of promotion for this film, not a lot of good reviews for this film, and it's competing against Scream. I had a lot of moments in this film where I was on the edge of my seat, some good horror and good acting. I think this is going to be an underrated film, and people are going to like this in years to come. This is a good film. Go watch it. 65. All right. If you've seen it, let me know. Let me know why you didn't like it or why you liked it. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll talk to you guys next time. Farewell.